Hi guys, welcome to Simcaptain. It is Saturday night, June the 15th, and Minneapolis RTAC is hosting play ball. I don't follow college ball, I'm not a fan, so I'm sorry I don't know a lot about it, but we're going to do a quick flight from Kansas City International up to Omaha because Omaha's the featured airport. I'm surprised logging in. There's no ATC at Kansas City here. And we're awkwardly close to a building to where I'm going to have to push back in order to get our engine started. So we'll start with that procedure. Put our rotating beacon on. Master switch is on, alternator switch is on. Nav lights as required, panel lights as required, APU is running. Fuel quantity is checked. Circuit breakers are checked, doors are closed and locked. Passenger briefing, we have no passengers. Parking brake is released. The tug is going to come push us back into position so we can start the engines. Here comes the tug. And meanwhile, there's no ATIS to get and there's no ATC services, which is mind-blowing because we're so close to the event to Omaha and Minneapolis RTAC. Maybe I just made a bad choice, but once we're in the air, we'll pick up ATC. Actually, it'll make our departure a little bit faster. Beacon's on, fuel pump, we'll turn that on. Throttles are idle. We'll wait till the tug is done pushing us back. That'll be good for us right about here. And the parking brake is set. We're clear left and right. We'll select the bleed air over to number 2. And the ignition's engaged. N2's on the rise. ITT's on the rise. Fuel pressure's on the rise. Introduce fuel. Good ignition. Bleed air back to normal. Start switch selected to ground. And we'll repeat for number 1. Number 2 stabilizing. Bleed air over to number 1. Starter engaged. Number 1's turning. N2's on the rise. ITT's on the rise. Fuel pressure's on the rise. We'll introduce fuel. We got good ignition, number 1. Bleed air back to normal. Starter switch selected to ground. Number 1 stabilizing. Temps and pressures are looking good. Everything's in the green. No ATIS at the moment, but I'll quickly get the METAR. .METARKMCI. Wind is 240 at 7 knots, 10 statute of miles, scattered at 4,900, scattered at 15,000, temperature 2.21, altimeter 2974. Check on both sides. And that is it. So wind is going to be favoring our runway 19er, which is a short taxi for us. We'll consider that clearance delivery received. Clocks are set. Transponder will be on 2200 and we'll squawk normal. Autopilot is off. Pre-select will climb to 5,250 knots. I believe 5,000 was the top altitude. We're doing the Chef 7 departure. Does not list the top altitude, but we'll just climb out to 5,000. Flight director is on. Altimeter is the local setting. Landing gear selector is down. Lights are tested. Pitot heat's on. De-ice is on. Flaps are set for takeoff. And indicated trim is set for takeoff. Cabin alert as required. Shut the APU down. Get inside. Taxi checks. We'll assume we have our grounds clearance. close this window. Window's closed. Taxi lights are on. Brake test, left brake. There's the right brake. Brakes are tested. Vertical speed reads 0. Airspeed indicator reads 0. Heading indicator turns properly on both sides. Spoilers, we'll test them. Full deployment. Light illuminates, we'll retract. Light extinguishes. Reverser test. 2 are in unlocked. 2 are in reverse. 2 are stowed. Flight controls are free and correct. And we'll look around, make sure we got some vehicle traffic coming, so we're going to stop for that. Engine instruments are checked. Whoa, that was close. Whoops. Let's cross this road. Nav radios. We're flying the Chef 7. We're going to St. Joseph VOR 115.5, so I'll tune that in. 1155. Check that's in. Comm radios. We'll end up talking to Minneapolis Center once we're in the air. So that's 133.4. So we'll keep that on the standby. De-ice is on, pitot heat's on, yaw damps off, star switches are set to continuous. This is the end of the runway, right? No, we'll go all the way to the end. Fuel pump on, flaps set for takeoff, trim set for takeoff, note the time and fuel. Tower clearance. I'll report our departure on Unicom. KMCI traffic. Departing. 19 right is the runway we're departing. We'll make that announcement. Threshold, we'll check for landing aircraft. We'll treat this like an uncontrolled airport. Seems like I'm the only one here. Taxi lights off, landing lights and strobe lights are on. That's the lineup checks complete. Next will be the after takeoff checks. One more time, we'll look. We're clear to the right, we're clear to the left. We're taking 19er right. Alright, this is 19er right. Everything looks good. Engines are in the green. Bring them up to 40%. They're nice and synced. We'll advance to takeoff power. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive 2 times. And 80 knots. Cross check. 2 good engines will continue. V1, VR, positive rate. It's a little bit windy. Gear up. Gear up selected, and gears in transit. Gears up, lights out. We're 400 above the ground, flaps are coming up. Flaps are up and indicated. Stable climb, we'll engage autopilot, yaw damps on. 250 knots. Flaps are, after takeoff checks, gears up, lights out, flaps are retracted and indicated, yaw damp is on, autopilot is checked and set. We're going to climb out a little faster than this. See, we got to make a almost 180-degree turn to the north. which will start our turn now. And we're going to climb up to 200, flight level 200, which is what we filed for. Above 5, we can turn the fuel pump off. Now we're going to go direct to the St. Joseph VOR. That's tuned in 115.5, and we're indicating 43.5 miles from it. I want to verify that. That is the St. Joseph VOR identified. I'm shocked that the Kansas City Center wasn't on. But we'll definitely have control in a few minutes. Let me give Minneapolis a call.
Southwest 4620, contact Omaha approach 120.1. 120.1 for Southwest 4620, good night.
We're above 10, so we'll accelerate. Minneapolis Center, November 66 Lima X-ray. We're checking in, climbing through 11,000 for flight level 200, direct St. Joseph.
Stand by. Delta 669, turn right, heading 030 back to Buffalo.
030 back to Buffalo. That's already 6.
Southwest 4620, if I haven't already. 03030. Southwest 4620, contact Omaha approach 120.1 if I haven't already. Southwest 4462, correction, contact Omaha approach 124.5.
Omaha approach 124.15, 4462.
The aircraft checking in on departure, say the call sign one more time.
On departure, I don't know if that was supposed to be me. See. I don't know who he was asking.
Delta 669, turn right heading 090, Delta 669, in correction, turn right heading 090, intercept for I-1, localized.
Right, 090, that's the flight.
Oh, above 10, landing lights are off, start switches are selected to flight. Way behind on that. Next is transition altitude. We're climbing through 15. You know why? I'm probably not on his radar yet. I'm not quite in his airspace.
Minneapolis Center, Delta 888, with you climbing through 4,100
Kansas
for 7,000.
City Center isn't open.
Delta 888, Minneapolis Center, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 360. And clear correction, turn left heading 360. Left heading 360, climb maintain flight level 360, Delta 888.
It says we're climbing directly to flight level 200. I'm going to put the altimeter in standard 29 or 9 or 2.
Yeah, let's put in it.
I realize I'm
Dallas
still in
39,
Kansas City's
67, contact
airspace.
Omaha Bridge 124.5.
So I called him too early, so when I said my name, he doesn't see me. I'm gonna just get a little closer before I call him again.
Delta 669 to establish that. Bye-bye.
Delta 669 around your
We're above flight level
Correction,
180. Altimeters are set to standard.
Dallas, 125. Delta 669.
Delta 1468, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 1468.
Doesn't
Delta
pull up
1736
Omaha.
within the airspace to the southeast, Kansas City Center closed, radar service coordinated, frequency change approved.
Eppley Airfield.
Delta 888, turn left direct I noon, resume the Darwin 7 departure.
And which arrival procedure did I follow?
Departure, Delta 88. Houston 631, looks like you're not descending via the arrival. Looks like you're pretty high on the arrival. Descend and maintain 8,000. You can't try to expedite.
Omaha VOR is 116.3. Put that in on number 2. Looks like it's picking up. I'll identify it. That is Omaha identified.
Yeah, so sorry, good evening, Delta 1452 out of 1146 for 157 Fort George.
Delta 1452, Minneapolis Center, calling ATF level 290, it's not already clear to rock.
Gotcha, what, 20 and direct rock, Delta 1452.
Delta 1468,
See if
you're
I
right,
can
heading
keep it at 50 right there. That's a good speed.
030 Delta 1486.
Houston 671, turn left heading 300, back to for descent.
Cruise checklist, fuel's checked. Fuel pumps off, altimeter standard above 180. Engine instruments are in the green. Cabin alerts as required, or en route weather. I need to get the Omaha ATIS.
And that's 770, 103,000 on this.
120.4.
Delta 770, Minneapolis Center, Roger, climb and
120.4.
Actually, climb and maintain 10,000.
We don't have to feel his frequency right now. Let's get there.
25,000 standard. Temperature 290. 2.15. Altimeter 2973. Visual approach runway 32 left. 32 right in use. Approaching vicinity of airport. Air carrier ramp uncontrolled. Quick call not required, advise on initial contact. Have information Yankee.
Yankee.
At the airport native information Yankee. 00520. 1290 at 90. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 6,000. 25,000 standard. Temperature 290. 2.15. Altimeter 2973. Visual approach runway 32 left. 32 right in use. Approaching vicinity of airport. Air carrier ramp uncontrolled. Quick call not required, advise on initial contact. Have information Yankee.
Okay, we have information Yankee.
SD, maintain 4,000, 0 4 climber, clear ILS, center 1 2 right approach.
32 right is what I think we'll get.
Maintain and we'll be clear for the ILS, so 1 to right, Delta 1468.
Delta 770, climb and maintain. Climb and maintain, bottom level 340, traffic, go back. Delta 770, climb and maintain, bottom level 340, traffic, go back. 671, turn right, heading 360, descend and maintain 8,000.
Heading 360, Eastern 671.
Eastern 671, that's 360, that's vector to final approach course.
Waiting for a moment so I can call him up.
Delta
Oh,
770,
now he's sending me a contact him.
240.
Minneapolis Center, November 66 Lima X-ray, checking in, flight level 200.
November.
I'm Mr. Pilot 240, that's 10-4, that's over.
Delta percussion number 66 Lima X-ray, Minneapolis Center, welcome, squawk 7015.
7015, 6 Lima X-ray. 7015.
Delta 1468, contact Minneapolis Tower 126.7.
7015.
Tower
Check.
1267, good night.
Always write it down too. And I'll give him a flash.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, radar contact 4 miles west of the Lamoni VOR. Cross Mar, we had to maintain 16,000, Omaha altimeter 297 feet.
We'll cross Mari at 16,000, 66 Lima X-ray.
Eastern 671, descend and maintain 4,000.
16,000, and we'll make that a nice slow descent. Throttle should be coming back on the round. Mari at 16, just write them down. Marley.
Minneapolis Center, Cherokee 9461 Charlie is about 5 miles east of Lake Elmo, 1,500. I'd like to pick up my IFR to Wausau.
Cherokee 9461 Charlie, Minneapolis Center, radar contact, clock 7034. And I'll get you that clearance in, hold it.
That's 7034 Cherokee 9461 Charlie.
American 143, Minneapolis Center with you at flight level 320. I'm heading towards Chicago O'Hare.
American 143, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cherokee 9461 Charlie, cleared. Sorry, stand by. Cherokee 9461 Charlie, cleared to Wausau Downtown Airport, as filed, maintain 5,000.
Clear to Wausau as filed, maintain 5,000 Cherokee 9461 Charlie.
Cherokee 9461 Charlie, read back there. Eastern flight 671,
Ooh.
turn
Bang, bang.
Eastern flight
Throttles with my
671,
elbow.
turn left, heading at 340.
Mari's in 5 miles.
Approach up 2578, 5.8 for 7,000, turning to a 230 heading.
Delta, sorry, Delta 2578,
let's
Minneapolis Center, radar contact.
Look at the approach. It just
Climbing
occurred to me,
maintain level
I didn't do a
360,
departure
clear
briefing.
direct. Head or crashing clear rumblers in the York speed departure.
But that's alright, I just wanted to make a quick video tonight. I don't have a ton of time.
And clear direct to, unit 6 again, I'm sorry.
Rumble.
Okay, that's Romo, thank you, Delta
Crossing Mari.
2578.
Localizer, DME's
Turn
111.1.
right, heading Eastern 671, turn right, heading 030.
030, Eastern 671.
Southwest
Approach course is
3676,
322.
descend up House discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Pilot discretion, descend to control 40 for
This 32 right.
66 Lima X-ray, contact Omaha approach 124.5.
Approach on 124.5 for 6 Lima X-ray. We're switching. So long.
66 Lima X-ray, before you go, descend and maintain 5,000 feet extended.
All right, down to 5,000. 6 Lima X-ray. There's 5.
671, turn right heading 090 for circle.
Omaha approach November 6 Lima X-ray. We're checking in, descending through 15,500 for 5,000.
6 Lima X-ray, Omaha approach. Information Yankee is current advising. I expect visual approach from way 32 right.
All right, we'll expect the visual 32 right. We do have Yankee 66 Lima X-ray. I always forget to report it when I initially contact. I don't know why. And the instruction even tells you on initial contact. Start slowing her down. 250 knots. So we are expecting 32 right visual, but I'm going to set up for the ILS. Frequency is 111.15, that's in. Approach course is 322. Crossing altitude is 2,800. The decision height is 200 feet. The missed approach. Missed approach is a climb to 1,800, then a climbing right turn to 3,000 direct to the Omaha VOR and hold. I like it when they're easy instructions. Descent in range. Passenger briefing. We're empty. Cabin alerts as required. Altimeter is a local setting below 180.
Entry 9519 2006.
Nav instruments are checked and set. Flight instruments are checked.
Yeah, 519 Omaha departure.
At or below 10, we'll put the landing lights on, but I'll turn them on now. Star switches will go to continuous. Marker beacon, we'll turn that on. ATIS we have. Nav aids are set and identified. Glide slope, crossing altitude we reviewed. Decision height 200 is reviewed. Missed approach is reviewed. That's the climb to 1,800 and a climbing right turn to 3,000 direct to the Omaha VOR.
270 vectors for your descent.
270. 270 on the heading for 6 Lima X-ray. And that is our final approach chart is reviewed.
Yeah, 519, cleared the St. Joseph VOR, that's Sierra Tango Juliet, and resume on navigation.
We can go, we'll nav, yeah, 519.
We gotta continue to slow down. I'm gonna need the airport chart. I'm gonna try and catch Yankee if I can. Traffic, 1 o'clock, 4,000 feet below us.
You already climbed, maintain 15,000.
15,000, that's fine.
We're below 10. Altimeter's a local setting. We're doing 240 knots.
Approach 133.32, let them know you're heading.
Alright, over to 133.32 and we'll let them know. 6 Lima X-ray, thanks.
132.1, Southwest City 142.
Good evening, Omaha. November 6 Lima X-ray is with you, descending through 7,000 for 5,000 on an assigned 270 heading.
Number 66, Lima X-ray, Omaha, approach, roger.
We're flying through the localizer now. Right now we're flying through the localizer. Right over here the airport is. We got traffic close to us.
Southwest 46,
2
Omaha
miles.
Airport, here 12 and a half for 1 o'clock, 16 miles per percent.
Southwest 4620's got the airport site.
Southwest 4620, maintain present airspeed, clear visual approach, runway 32 left, join the final approach course at Pony.
Before landing, fuel pump on. Landing lights are on.
Maintain present speed.
Spoilers are on, flaps as required.
Southwest 4620, clear visual approach, runway 32 left, join the final approach course at final 26.
Another 20 knots and I could put the first flaps out.
32 left, Southwest 46.
Number 66, Lima X-ray, descend and maintain 4000, turn right heading 040.
Okay, right turn 040 down to 4000, 66 Lima X-ray.
Dallas 3967, turn left heading 310.
Alright, speed checks 10 degrees.
Course heading 310, Dallas 3967.
Southwest 4620, maintain 170 knots or greater until a 5-mile final.
Maintain 170 knots or greater for final for Southwest 46.
Number 66, Lima X-ray at 4000, reduce speed to 170 knots.
Alright, at 4000 we'll slow to 170, 6 Lima X-ray.
Dallas 3967, descend and maintain 3000.
Alright, you're going to start slowing it down.
3,000, 3967.
Number 66, Lima X-ray traffic at your 11 to 12 o'clock. 6 miles northwestbound at 3,800, descending to 3,000, and Embraer.
66 Lima X-ray, we have that traffic in sight.
Number 66, Lima X-ray, maintain visual separation from the Embraer.
We'll maintain visual separation, 6 Lima X-ray.
Southwest 4620, contact tower 132.1.
Speed checks, we'll do 20 degrees. Disregard the
132.1.
gear warning. There, it is stopped.
Approach Delta 2340 with you 5,700 down.
This is the traffic I have to maintain separation with.
Delta 43.
We're passing him to the off to our left.
3967, turn left heading 280, intercept runway 32 left localizer.
Let's trade you off the localizer, Dallas 3967.
We're past the localizer again. We're doing 170.
Dallas 3967, take airspeed.
We're at 150 knots.
Dallas 3967, can you please increase your speed to 170 knots?
Okay, increasing speed 170.
Number 66, Lima X-ray, turn left heading 270.
Left turn 270, 6 Lima X-ray. Been zigzagging us through the localizer.
Delta 2340, descend and maintain 4,000 and stay airspeed.
Down to 4,000 and right now I'm at 225 indicated.
Roger.
I've lost that traffic. Oh, is that him? I think. Yeah, there he is. Okay.
Number 66, Lima X-ray, the Omaha Airport, here 12 o'clock, 15 miles, Portland City.
Alright, 6 Lima X-ray. We're looking for the airport. I think we have it in sight.
Number 2340, turn left heading 330.
Yeah, 330, 2340.
I definitely have that airport in sight.
And approach Austrian 967, do you want to have 60 to 170 knots, or can we play on to the final flip?
Sky City on 67, 2 miles from Ponies. Maintain 3000 is well established on the localizer. Cleared ILS 93 to left approach, and you can cancel speed restriction.
Okay, let's on the speed, and we'll maintain 3000 foot down the speed with the localizer.
Oh, I have the airport for sure.
Number 66 in Mexico, confirm you have the airport in sight. At your 1 o'clock and 2 miles.
Yeah, 66 Lima X-ray. We have the airport in sight.
Number 66 Lima X-ray. Clear visual approach, only 32 right, maintain present airspeed or greater.
Clear for the visual, 32 right, present airspeed or greater for 66 Lima X-ray.
At the 2340 on the present heading, intercept only 32 left localizer, and reduce speed to 1709.
Intercept localizer for 32 left and maintain current speed for Delta 2340. Omaha first sectors 4462 090 4000.
Delta 4462 Omaha approach, roger, turn left heading to 040, descend and maintain 4000. Watch, actually, CR4, so just maintain 4000.
Ember's landing on the left side. Be no factor.
Delta 2340, traffic at your 1 to 2 o'clock, 6 miles, turning right base to final at 4,000 feet for the right side runway. A type of aircraft, I don't know.
He's talking about me, he doesn't know what I am.
I have no TCAS, we'll be looking out the window for him for 2340.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, do you see aircraft site?
66 Lima X-ray, we're in Israeli Aircraft Industries West Wind 1124 corporate jet.
Sky 3957, contact tower 132.1, still here.
Alright, let's see if it captures this localizer. I'm making it real shallow. It's captured.
340, disregard. Southwest 4462, reduce speed to 170 knots, turn 10 degrees right for traffic. Expect vector across mile approach course.
170,
Alright, speed checks, gear down. Gears in transit.
The traffic is now at your approximate 1 o'clock and 5 miles. He's at 3,000 feet.
Alright, gears down, 3 green, speed checks, full flaps.
confirm for 2340, watch.
And 40 degrees indicated. The yaw damp, autopilot, and flight director are what's left.
Number 660, X-ray contact tower 132.1.
Tower 132.1 for 6 Lima X-ray. We're switching. So long. Thanks. Good evening, Omaha Tower. 66 Lima X-ray is on the visual on the right side. What runway? 32. 32 right. We're clear to land. 66 Lima X-ray. All right, gear down. Flaps are full. We're clear to land. Autopilot's done. Yaw damp's off. Flight director's off. Auto throttles are off.
Don't sink.
We'll get back online here. There we go.
Don't sink.
All right. Landing checklist complete. We're clear to land. Ref +7, sync at 9. minimums.
Tower
Landing.
King Air 520 Yankee Kilo, we're rolling up short of 32 right. We're going to need just a second for a run up.
Touchdown. Spoilers are deployed. Reversers are out. 100 knots.
340 with US. For final runway 32 up again.
80 knots.
2340 Omaha, Tower 12.
I want to catch this taxiway. Heavier braking. Alright, reversers are stowed.
Clear the land runway 32
Here's
up,
Yankee.
2340.
Number 6 Max, right turn is able. Contact ground point 988.
Alright, right turn, ground point 9 for 6 Lima X-ray. Thanks a lot. Good night. Alright. Pump is off. Spoilers are retracted. Flaps are coming up.
Tower Edging 195.
Hang on, strobe lights, marker beacon. I'll stop. Ground is 21.9. Star switches are off. Pitot heat and de-ice are off. Let's see. Where are we? Omaha ground, 66 Lima X-ray. We just cleared runway 32 right on Yankee. Taxi to signature, please.
66 Lima X-ray. Taxi parking via Lima, Lima 2.
Taxi to parking via Lima, Lima 2 for 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, spoilers retracted, flaps are retracted, landing lights are off, strobe lights are off, marker beacons off, fuel pumps off, de-ice is off, pitot heat's off, and we'll bring the APU up. We'll confirm, APU's coming up. Next is the shutdown checklist. Let's see, we're going Lima to Lima 2. I think Lima 2 will be the next taxiway to our left. Oops. Reset this stuff for the next flight. Lima 2 will be the next one. No, that's Kilo. Let's see, where are we? Oh no, I'm sorry, it's Charlie. I must have renamed it, because that's where I'm supposed to go. So, in here. And as I enter the non-movement area, I will squawk standby. And that will be concluding my arrival into Omaha, the featured airport hosted on this Minneapolis RTAX play ball event, Saturday, June 15th. Park right in here. Exit lights are off. Thanks for coming along. I appreciate your watching. I appreciate the subscriptions. Hope you like and subscribe. And until next time, happy landings. Parking brake is set. Fuel cutoff 1 and 2. Beacons off.